Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang inyong lingkod na si Nadz Gawat at kayo po ay nakikinig sa Pathways Radio. Ito po ang programa ang Kakaiba Ka, where changed lives change lives. Hatid po ito sa inyo ng Pathways Ministries ng Ang Ligaya ng Panginoon Catholic Community at syempre ng Radyo Inquirer 990. I-share ko lang po sa inyo in the gospel. Ito po ang sabi ni Lord, no? There was one moment there when Jesus said, "Let the children come to me. Let the children come to me." At kapag ito po ay nadinig natin, we start to think it's just for kids, for little children. But you know, and this is true, when you have a personal relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ, you will read this passage in a totally different light. You will understand that when Jesus says children, it also means the bigger, older kids. And that includes you and me. God wants all His children to come to Him, to experience joy, hope, and love like never before. That's amazing. And if you want to know what that means, tune in this afternoon as Pao Antonio and yours truly hear a remarkable testimony from someone who is a living witness that one is never too young to follow the Lord. This is Kakaiba Ka, where changed lives change lives.
Magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. Katulad po na nabanggit, kasama po ako. Ako po si Brother Pao Antonio na nagsasabing good afternoon po mga kapatid. I'm very excited for this afternoon.
Pao, nandito na ako. Tumakbo ko.
Ang bilis nawala ka.
Tumakbo ko na saglit, no? Ayan, kami po ni Brother Pao Antonio ang inyong magiging kapartner on air ngayong hapon sa ating episode this 4 to 5:30 p.m.
Yep.
No? At gusto nating batiin, Pao, yung mga regular na nakatutok sa atin.
Sige, ikaw muna, bro.
Sige. Yung community ng pamayanang Diego Silang, yan, no? Sila Tito Tony Umali, Benaganon, yan yung mga nagsaserve sa ating dati to, kapihan, ganyan. But I think naging na sila, TNP Ususan na sila. No? Tahanan ng Panginoon Ususan. And we want to also greet, syempre, hindi lang yung mga taga-tahanan ng Panginoon, pero yung iba pa mga communities like, of course, Ligaya ng Panginoon. No? Kanina yung Central Sector ay nagkaroon ng Sectoral Assembly dyan sa may Bayanihan Center.
Ang ganda ng lugar na yon.
Oo. Ganda,
Ayo po mga kapatid, good afternoon po.
And we've had very inspiring and powerful sharings.
Yes, of course.
And we hope na sana maipila natin sila dito at makapag-share din sila
madami-dami
on air. Oo. Batiin natin yung grupo ng Young Professionals, yung lingkod ng Panginoon. Kakatapos lang ng kanilang Bohol Leadership Conference, yung ILTC. Also, syempre yung mga estudyante natin medyo I think more of them are nakatutok ngayon than ever, no?
Syempre.
Yung mga taga CYA, Christ's Youth in Action, mga taga University District, syempre.
Lalo-lalo na yun.
BCBP.
Yes.
Alam mo ba ibig sabihin ng BCBP, Pao?
Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen and Professionals.
Yeah, mga sir, mga ma'am. Salamat po sa inyong pagtutok sa aming programa ngayong hapon and for always tuning in, no? Maliban dyan, syempre, ang ating mga kapamilya, mga kapuso, mga kapatid, no? From the Pathways Ministries na
All over.
Parang padami na lang ng padami yung
Every
sites
year,
nito.
nadadagdagan po tayo ng isa.
Oo. By the way, na-announce kanina pa yung sa Open Door, no?
Yeah. This December 1, since it's the year end, we're inviting you sa Open Door. It will be held at Ang Ligaya ng Panginoon. It's a very napakaganda po ng topic. It's about receiving a gift, a wonderful gift.
Yeah.
It would be at Ang Ligaya Center 9 in the morning.
9 in the morning
Yes.
po. Punta po kayo doon. Everybody is welcome po dyan sa Open Door. Come and see, no? Okay, last but not the least, yung community ng pamilya.
Ay.
Ayan.
Ayan.
Maliban sa mga communities, of course, meron tayong mga grupong nais batiin.
Oo, ako I want to take advantage of this one. Gusto ko pong batiin yung tahanan ng Panginoon, specifically sa Pansol at Balara, care of Brother Ricky, at TNP Pentecost, na-mention mo kanina, di ba, yung kay Tito Ben Aganon. But may special greeting ako for the Grab Boys 2017. May napakabait na Grab driver kami nasakyan kanina, no, on the way. Care of ang leader nila si Prince Mac at saka si Server. Yan. Thank you so much for the wonderful
salamat
service.
Po, ibang klase. No?
Galing.
Ang nakakatuwa nun, kasi blessing dahil si Server, sabi niya, kayo na ang huli kong biyahe.
Oo.
Parang nag-ano siya na kung uulit pa siya ng isa pang biyahe or the direction na siyang umuwi. Tapos tayo yung naisakay niya. Malapit siya dito sa lugar. So, nagpapasalamat din siya.
Exactly. So, nagpapasalamat din kami sa service po ng Grab drivers na yan. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And we hope that you are all tuning in sa inyong mga kanya-kanya mga sasakyan. Nasaan man po kayo ngayon? Nasang lugar, nasa barberya man kayo, nasa bahay, computer shop, wherever you are, on your mobile phones, your PCs, you can tune in to this episode and get that inspiration that God wants you to have today. Ayan. Okay. Sige, ang ating episode ngayon ay pinamagatang, buong month naman, ano?
Oo naman.
It's faith in action. No? Nakaraang linggo si Joy Sanchez ang nandito, sharing about how it is to follow firmly. No, may iba-iba siyang mga challenges na face, but hindi yun pumigil sa kanya, making a decision, a personal choice, Pao. To give her life to the Lord. Ano ba yung give your life to the Lord? Magmamadre ba siya? Hindi naman, no? Hindi naman, but it's actually to take your faith on another level, to take your relationship with the Lord Jesus Christ more personally. And hindi yan iba sa ating guest ngayong hapon.
Ito very inspiring. Allow me to introduce.
Sige.
Okay. She's 21 years old. Yung palang napakabigat na nun. She's 21 years old. She's a fourth year student taking up physical therapy sa UP Manila.
Yan.
So, that being said, brothers and sisters, let's be inspired and please welcome Sister Tin Yu.
Yeah. Hi, Tin!
Hello!
Ayan.
Tin, baka may mga gusto kang batiin.
Sure. Siguro I'd like to greet, of course, my family who's watching, CYA, especially UMC, my brothers and sisters there. Hello. And my blockmates, PT4, my batchmates, who are probably studying for their exams, but then maybe some of them are listening to me. So, hello guys.
Ayun din. Uy, God bless sa mga nagre-review. May sinasabi lagi si Father Dave dati na yung lapis, yung ballpen, kahit anong basbas dyan, kung hindi ka naman mag-aaral, no? Kahit ibabad pa daw niya yan sa holy water, baka hindi ka pumasa, no? So, I want to honor those who are really taking time, no, to seriously study, and God bless you sa inyong pag-exam.
Salamat.
Okay. Ikaw ba, Tin, ay meron kang pinaghahanda ang exam ngayon? Wala naman.
Opo.
Yan.
Marami po.
Marami. Ayan.
Bukas, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Ayan. Ibang klase. Parang napaka-active mo dahil even if meron kang mga ganyang academics, you're here, no? You have time to serve here. And saan ka pa nga ba nagsaserve, Tin?
I serve in CYA UMC, so that's Christ's Youth in Action.
Okay.
Unified Manila chapter.
Okay.
So I serve as the chairperson of UMC.
Chairperson.
Ayan. Ano bang mga, kasi 'di ba ang CYA ay university based?
Yes po.
Oo. Pag sinabing UMC, anong mga school ba 'yan?
So UMC is comprised of mga Manila schools. So mainly ang hubs namin is UP Manila where I study, De La Salle Taft, and then College of St. Benilde. And then we also have yung mga other Manila schools like FEU, Philippine Women's University. Minsan po yung mga taga UE pumupunta rin po. Tsaka, ayun.
Is it okay? Gaano kayo tuwing kailan kayo nagkakaroon ng meeting? Malay mo, somebody
nga.
might be listening right now.
Our UMC prayer meetings are weekly every Thursday, 6 to 8 p.m. in our youth center.
Saan yung youth center?
Sa Leon Ginto po.
Leon Ginto.
Yes.
There.
Sa Metaft.
Yes po.
Ayan, punta lang po kayo doon and malamang makita niyo dun si Tin and she would welcome you, no? She would welcome you as well as daan ba ang UMC ngayon?
Sana.
Ayan. Oo. Iba-iba mga schools, alam mo, yan ang maganda sa CYA.
Oh, yes.
Parang kasi ako din Tin, no, I can relate to that. I was part of CYA PLM before. Nagkaroon ako ng mga barkadang from other universities, no?
Yes.
Sa iba, how did that make you feel na may grupo ka ng mga taga-ibang schools?
Oh yeah, it's if not the biggest blessing of my college life, I think, yung CYA, because I get my support from them. Syempre, kasi for me, like as a student, I stay in Manila the whole week. I don't go home. Hindi ako uwian, kumbaga. So, I stay in a condo sa my school para mas malapit. So, and I live alone dun sa place. So, I get a lot of my support and company from my brothers and sisters sa UMC. So, sila talaga yung mga friends ko, lagi kong kasama.
Independent. I honor you, anak.
Yeah. Si Pao, para niya na daw pong anak. Ito si
Para napaghahalataan na talaga edad ko, no?
Ako, hindi pa kasi maliit pa yung anak ko. Uy, batiin ko yung anak ko, Yumi, hi.
Batiin ko na rin yung 2 boys ko, nasa labas lang sila. Hi, Sibol and Alab.
Ayan, aking wife na si Pao. And batiin mo naman ang iyong supportive na father.
Yes.
Hello, my dad is here.
Yeah.
Johnny.
Nandito. Okay, we're supportive. Aside from being the chairperson of CYA UMC, what keeps you busy, Tin?
My life is really just school and CYA actually. And then, so when I'm not studying, I'm in CYA. I'm either having fellowship with brothers and sisters or I'm serving. And then on weekends, it's Ligaya.
Ligaya. The community.
The community.
Ligaya.
Yes.
Ano naman ang ginagawa mo in Ligaya? Do you have also a service there?
I have little, sometimes meron, sometimes
Sa
wala.
University District?
Yes po, mainly there.
Dami-dami nyo na rin, no? Sa Central UD?
Yes.
I remember nung ilan pa lang kami doon, tapos ngayon hindi na kayo mag-cash.
That's good.
Iba si Lord, ano?
Good problem.
Oo. Speaking of service, no? Tin, you mentioned na parang ang buhay mo ay school lang or community, no? Meaning you serve as a chairperson or you do things here and there. Kamusta naman ba yung was it always this way na parang batang-bata ka pa lang ay gustong-gusto mo na ng community, gustong-gusto mo na ng service?
Actually, yes. Like, so I'm what people call a community kid. So my parents have been in community ever since, and then I was born into it na rin. So I went through all of the youth programs ng Ligaya. So
Ano ba yan?
So FOJ, which is Friends of Jesus, yung mga toddlers, tapos junior young adults around the grade school age, and then the young adults high school age, and now in University District or yung college. So I went through all of that, and I enjoyed everything kasi maraming nalulook forward to as a kid. So may mga summer camps, prayer meetings, retreats. So all of that, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually appreciated that na from the very beginning. So
okay.
yes, it's always been like this. Pero syempre iba na yung maturity as you grow older with your relationship with the Lord.
So, ibig sabihin, may formation talaga siyang pinagdaanan, which is really good. Okay.
Tingnan natin naman, Tin. Can you share about yung how is it like naman much earlier, like in your family? How were you brought up by your parents? Them being part of a community. Iba ba?
From other families, of course, definitely. And I actually really always knew that our life was very different. So my family was the typical Ligaya family. Like I would be dragged along sa mga men's and women's meetings nila, prayer, Lord's days, everything. Like everything that they were involved in syempre sama kami ng
Drag
brother
talaga
ko.
yun.
Drag yung word, take note ha. Kalad ka
bakit-
rin lang.
Bakit drag? Bakit drag?
Syempre before, ayaw pa namin like, parang gigising ng maaga, or we don't even know where we're going, hindi namin alam kung sinong kasama, basta yun, pupunta, parang isasama kami. So, those were the things na I grew up exposed to. But then, I had a lot of friends din naman kasi at the time. So, it was good. It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed naman.
Okay.
Dun, yeah.
Aside dun sa mga ginagawa like outside the house, you go to the community gatherings, meron ba sa loob mismo ng bahay, do you have any like, may family, ginagawa kayo sa family, parang tradition?
Oh yeah. One of the traditions in community is having Lord's Day.
Okay. Can you share more about the Lord's Day, anak?
So it's a celebration of, well, it's not a substitute for the Mass, but
Of course.
it's a celebration during Saturday night. Well, the history, not sure about the history na parang the Jewish before Saturdays, dun yung start ng sundown. But basically, it's just to honor the Lord on a Saturday. And Saturday night, set the concerns for the week and just parang do it as a family. So that's one of the things that we did and we still do naman.
Wow. Galing, no? At an early age, sa bahay pa lang may formation na siya.
Oo. And yung formation na is about dun sa faith. Kasi may formation naman na, tuturuan ko tong anak to magsulat, maglakad, di ba? Arts and everything. But ito is about the faith, no?
Yes.
Doon tin, how did that make you feel na sa family ninyo ay may ganitong mga ginagawa, which is sa ibang mga, maybe sa neighbors mo, wala namang ganun.
I always knew na iba talaga yung the way we lived as a family as compared to my friends in school.
Okay.
Lagi rin sila nagtataka, parang, ba't ang dami mong titos and titas na hindi naman related sa'yo? Or bakit ang busy nyo lagi on Sundays? So, I've wondered about that a lot of times. But then, I knew naman na it made sense to me, basically, like what we were doing. So, and I enjoyed it. So, yun, parang okay lang sa akin yun, that we were different from, or set apart from other families.
Were there challenges, anak, during the time? Siyempre, you find yourself different eh.
Yes.
May mga panahon ba you feel alienated? If ever kung may ganon, how were you able to hurdle it?
There were a little bit of challenges or just things that were not so clear before na parang why do we have to be so busy on weekends when I'd rather study, yung mga ganon na I have less time than my other classmates when it comes to things, or sometimes I cannot attend, yung di ako pwedeng to go out with friends because nga it's ligaya time or something will be happening for community, ganyan. So yun, those were some kind of problem, but then marami rin naman kasi akong naging friends na na-build in relationships with community kids as well. So, yung mga children of my parents' friends. So, sila na rin yung naging friends ko. So, every time we'd have community events or gatherings, I get to see them. And that's also fun for me. So, it was a win-win in a way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hindi mo ba na-feel na meron kang nami-miss out?
FOMO.
I'm here
Wow,
in the
millennial.
church, but yung mga friends ko nandun sa
Actually not. I don't really recall ever feeling na I was missing out on things. Actually, I felt like they were missing out on things. Because
Why?
ako yung may mga opportunities and experiences na kakaiba. Wow, kakaiba. Na kakaiba from them. So, for example, like every summer, I'd have a lot of things going on, like summer camps, retreats, or mission trips. Yun yung actually one of my favorites. Like, you get to go to, where have you been? Like, Tacloban or Moc, Davao, ganyan.
Wow.
So, yung those kinds of opportunities that don't come along very often, I get to do them, whereas they don't. So, I actually felt like they were the ones missing out on the fun stuff.
Again,
Yeah.
FOMO.
Yeah, sila yung na-FOMO.
Fear of missing out.
Sila daw ang nawalan.
Nawalan.
Dahil you have been experiencing different kinds nga, no? And I can also relate to that. Parang, if I have not been in community, my life would be totally different. Ganun ba?
Yes. Very different.
Ano naman yung mga ang ginagawa or tinuro sa'yo when you were young na at this point or as you grow up, mas na-appreciate mo or tinake on mo na rin as your own. Let's say, bawa, if your family has a personal prayer time, yung mga ganon. Meron ba?
Oh, yeah. And, for example, actually, like just attending community gatherings, like for example, our sectoral assemblies and district gatherings, just parang now I notice na I'm really just more participative. Like I actually listen now.
Okay.
I understand things. I take things home with me. As compared to when I was young na, punta lang doon, daldalan pa sa likod. Ganun. So now like there's more parang mas may ownership na rin on my part because I listen and I participate. So yun. And I understand more now like the things that we're doing. Like bakit important yung Lord's Day, bakit important yung ganun. Yeah.
That's wonderful. Meron bang point, is there a concrete point where you could say your thinking was changed o nagkaroon ng conversion, pagbabago in the way you appreciate? Ano yung parang turning point na yun?
Actually, for me, parang I don't really have like a one-time, big-time turning point conversion na before I did believe, tas this happened, and then now I'm completely changed. Parang I feel like I was always just steady with it. So parang wala akong masyadong big-time conversion story. But it's little opportunities, little milestones that help me come into this kind of personal relationship with the Lord. So, maraming beses, iba-iba siyang seasons and stages in my life. But siguro my main, parang may adult, yung personal commitment ko as an adult na, that I made as an adult, would probably be nung 2017.
Okay.
It was a household. CYA summer household.
Yeah,
so,
ano ba yan? Ano ba
ibig
yan
sabihin ng
household na
household,
yan?
So, it's a household, happens every summer. So, it's a event that CYA holds. So, it's about 3 weeks, for about 3 to 4 weeks, a group of sisters, maybe 15 sisters, would stay in a house and just do stuff together, pray together, do chores together. Yun, it's very, formation, parang pang-formation tsaka leadership training. And that's really where I learned how to pray talaga.
Okay.
So, yun. So, my commitment to the Lord, it happened many times before in when I was younger, in retreats. They ask you to commit to the Lord or say yes to the Lord. So, I would do that. But then, yung pagka-understand ko lang talaga of what it really means, I think it just happened in one of my prayer times in household. So, yun. That's why I think that household was the one that really changed my perspective on things. And that's the first time I really decided that I wanted to follow the Lord on my own, based on my own decision.
Galing.
Yeah.
Galing.
Yung nabanggit mo kanina na during the household, that was when you really learned how to pray. But ano ba yung difference nung prayer mo before and then after?
Before kasi, I wouldn't really pray na, well, they taught us how to pray ever since I was young. Like, talk to Jesus.
Yeah.
Yun, tsaka in school, I was from a Catholic school also. Syempre, we'd memorize prayers and we'd be taught the mga Catholic prayers. But it wasn't very personal. So, I would just, parang nasa head ko lang siya all the time. Like, I was just, talk to Jesus. But then, yung learning how to pray na, I really read scripture and then I write it down. I take more time. And also the fact that doing it consistently. So, dati, parang after a retreat, high na high ka. So, pray. Pero after a while, mawawala siya. So, parang sa household, parang dun ko rin na-commit na, I wanna do this consistently. I will try to do it daily if I could, if I can. Yun.
May I ask why?
Why?
Oo, bakit bigla mong napagdesisyonan na ito kailangan kong gawin consistently?
I found kasi po parang iba yung feeling niya na the peace that it gives you, the joy also. And I feel like dun mas na-understand ko kasi yung just how much the Lord loves me. So in that household particularly. So with that, parang I think the prayer at the time was like in grateful response to God's love for me. So I was like, I wanna do this yun.
Oh.
Nung before you took your faith seriously, paano mo ma-describe yung relasyon mo sa Panginoon?
Ako, steady lang talaga eh. Parang, I wasn't really a bad. Yung I didn't believe, ganon. It wasn't like that. It was, he was just a steady person there. But I didn't understand some things like the depth of parang how much he loves me, or ayun, parang hindi siya clear all the time, like kung sino ba talaga siya. He was just there. And I would be taught, like for example, friends of Jesus, so Jesus is my friend. Pero hanggang dun lang. And then later on ko na lang na-realize na many things about the Lord, like he's in control of my life. I can find strength from God. Yun, and there's a lot of peace knowing that the Lord is with you wherever you go. Di ko yun na-understand before. Parang, I would rely on mostly myself. Ay, namumblema ako, kaya ko yan. But not depending on prayer and God.
Galing.
Paano ka ba kinakausap ni Lord sa prayer time mo na He would reveal to you na Tin, ganito yung love ko sa'yo? Was there a memorable prayer time when you heard Him speak in your heart? Can you share about that?
Maraming beses. But then I think my recent one na very impactful yung message niya for me was in a Kairos Malaysia camp that I attended ngayon lang, August 2019.
Can you expound more what
iba na yung
what's
Malaysia
Kairos?
na yan.
Malaysia to, pinapadala ng
From
Malaysia.
Yeah, it was
Medyo lumalawak na tayo.
Yeah, it was a prayer time lang in one of during Malaysia. He just spoke to me na, I love you so much. That parang yun lang talaga, like, nothing can separate you from me. And parang everything, I set you up for good things. He tells me that. Like, I set you up for good things. I set you up for success. I love you. And parang whether you say yes to me or not, it will be the same. So, and whether you respond to me or not, I will still love you. So, yun lang. Parang, it comes in different forms. But then, that's usually the general trend. If I hear the Lord saying na, He affirms His love for me.
So, paano kayo usually nagpe-prayer time? Do you meron ka bang sa bahay? Do you have a spot? Ganyan? Paano ba? If there's a young person out there na gusto ko yung ma-experience yung na-experience ni Tin, paano kaya siya nagdadasal? Ano bang tips mo sa kanila?
So how I pray is in the morning.
Okay.
When I wake up, and I use a journal. So I write it down. I find that I can't concentrate if I don't write it down.
Okay. Nice
so
discipline.
I write it down. I have to. Then I reflect on the gospel usually. I started out with that, like yung gospel, and then
Pabasahin mo yung for the day.
for the day. Then I just write my thoughts. Sometimes it's in essay form na parang today the Lord is telling me. Ganyan. But sometimes I like it free flowing na I just talk to the Lord like, this is what's happening in my life and help me, ganon. And sometimes I listen to songs. Now na yun nag-evolve na parang I try to shake things up now more.
Like
I listen to more songs, parang I use that as my prayer time. Sometimes my prayer time is just one word and I just really think about that. Yeah,
okay.
like pag minsan wala na ring pag hindi na masyadong mahaba yung time ko, I just really think on that word. Or ano pa ba? Bible study happens sometime. I have sisters in UMC who I do usually Bible study with.
Galing.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we find time for it, nagagawa ko siya. And what else? Yun, parang basta I write it down. I usually write it down. And ang tips ko for other people who wanna try, you just have to start. It will come to you.
Mga ilang minutes ba yung kailangan nilang i-invest?
Kahit pag start ka pa lang, kahit anong ilang oras pa yan, basta you try and you start. And then you'll find eventually na you're gonna want it to do it longer and longer the more you try. But then if you're starting out and you have no idea what to do, just try it out.
Yan, try it out. No? Subukan mo muna and you will be surprised. Parang gano'n, no?
Yeah.
Tingnan nyo si
You can
Tin.
challenge the Lord also.
Yung kanyang prayer time before was different from how it is now at sa pag-grow ng kanyang relationship sa Panginoon ay malaking tulong yung kanyang pag-journal.
Yes.
Ganyan. Marami pa kaming tips na pwedeng ibigay sa mga young people who are listening in. Plus, yung stories pa about the testimony of Tin and her relationship, her decision to follow the Lord sa pagbabalik po ng Kakaiba Ka.
Mga isyung napapanahon. Mga katanungan ng taong bayan. Hihimayin para malaman ng sambayanan ang katotohanan. Banner Story. Komentaryong diretso, patas at walang pinapanigan. Banner Story. Jake Maderazo. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 6 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga. Inquirer 990 Television via Digital TV. Banner Story. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, simula alas 10 ng gabi.
May karamay, katsikahan at kakwentuhan ka na sa iyong kabiguan at tagumpay sa buhay at pag-ibig. Siya ang ate ng bayan, Racy Amado, sa Dear Ate Racy, dito sa Radyo Inquirer 990.
Pagkatapos ng almusal, ano man ang iyong ginagawa, pakinggan ang mga kwelang usapan at magaan na palitan ng opinyon. Good Morning Inquirer! Para sa makabuluhang pag-aanalisa sa mga issue, kontrobersya at mga balita, samahan sina Den Macaranas at Ira Panganiban sa Good Morning Inquirer! Mondays to Fridays, 9 to 10:30 in the morning sa DZIQ 990 at sa DZIQ 990 Digibox TV.
Ito balita ko. Ellen Darden nawagan sa kanyang mga basher. Wag daw kayo tumambay sa kanyang Instagram kung ayaw niyong ma-stress. Kaya isa pang pinag-uusapang lalaki. Wag na daw kayong magtaka kung mag-e-end agad yung kanyang teleserye.
Mga nakakalokang balita, chismis at mga latest chika sa mundo ng entertainment. Hatid ng Diyosa ng Kagandahan.
Ang inaabagan hindi para ito kang
Mahinhindi.
Wala na ibang mula sa kagandahan ni Bebro.
Partner on air, Pao Antonio.
Hi!
At ang ating special guest from Central University District, Tin Yu.
Hi!
Ayan.
Yan. Balikan natin yung kanina. Tuwan-tuwa ako during the discussion. Tin was really sharing on how paano niya ginagawa yung prayer time niya.
Yeah.
Kanina na mention mo that you read the Bible every day. Do you have any tips, or siguro syempre may mga kapatid tayo diyan na gusto na talagang magsimula but they don't know where to start.
May Bible naman sa bahay.
May Bible
Paano
naman
ba
sa
to?
Bible. Paano ba to? Do you have any tips, anak?
Meron kasing apps ngayon na
Okay,
May mga
good.
apps na.
Yeah, mga apps. So, siguro for especially the ones who are always on their phones, it's very helpful kasi you can bring it everywhere with you. So, yeah, like the likes of One Touch,
One touch.
Pray by Day.
Pray
Yan.
by day.
Pray by
okay.
Day, that's very helpful for me. Yun yung the two things that I usually go to when I pray. Kasi meron na siyang readings for the day, gospel. Sa Pray by Day, I like it also kasi may songs din. Ay, sa One Touch din pala may songs din. Pero sa Pray by
Maganda
Day,
yun.
may podcast din that you can listen to. So,
Nice.
if you wanna be guided that way, pwede rin. That's good.
At least they can start.
Yes.
Again, One Touch Plus is available on Google Play and Apple Store.
Yan.
It's
Oo.
free, so they can download it. Tapos katulad ng sinabi ni Tin kanina, you really need to write it down. It's very effective for you.
Yes.
And I
For
believe a
me.
lot of people might be effective for them as well, that they can write down their thoughts.
Ano ba sa tingin mo din yung yung importance no that you have a journal? Anong kagandahan? I mean, for you, how has that affected you, or yung prayer time mo, paano mas na-enhance ng pag-journal?
For me, the beauty of having a journal is that you can go back to it.
Nice.
Hindi lang yung nasa ulo mo na, ay, ano nga ulit yung napagdasal ko noon. So, when you write it down, sometimes, actually, nagawa ko na rin yun, na yung prayer time ko for the day was just to look back on my previous prayer times. So, dun, parang nagugulat ka rin sa sinusulat mo, parang, ay, dati, pinoblema ko to, tapos, I pulled through because God helped me. Or parang, oh, eto pala yung mga blessings ko the past month. Tapos nakalimutan ko na siya. So, sometimes it's good to be reminded lang of the things that you prayed for, the things that came true, the prayers that were answered. Yeah. So, yun. Parang at least may diary ka, may log ka of the things that are happening.
Meron ka bang unforgettable entry dun sa journal mo, like unanswered prayer, or yung sabi mo may challenge kang dinaanan tapos nalampasan mo? Can you share samples of that? Sige nga.
Marami. Like, usually I pray for my exams kasi siyempre
Importante kasi
exams.
Student. So, I would pray for an exam. Or there are times na I'd pray na parang na pagod na ako, or like I really need help. And then feeling ko hindi ko na talaga siya magagawa. Like it's like not human, hindi na tao yung pang ginagawa ko, or kailangan kong
masyado
gawin.
nang mahirap.
Yeah, masyado nang
Overwhelming.
mahirap. So, parang yun lang. I was just praying about that. Tapos, I forgot about it like later on. Tapos when I look back at it, parang sabi ko, ay, yun, parang pinoblema ko pala yung dati, but then, actually, kinaya ko siya because the Lord helped me. Yun. So, those are maraming ganun in my prayer journal. Na I asked for help, pero nalalagpasan siya.
Yeah.
She reminds me of Paul. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens
me.
Tapos whenever you go back again to those past, God is reminding us, I have been faithful. Trust me on this.
Parang yan yung track record ni Lord eh. Binalikan mo,
Yes.
no?
It's good to list down your blessings also for the day or the week, and then you look back on it eventually. It'll be like, dami.
Oo, dahil palang binibigay ni Lord. Merong mga nagsusulat, mga gaya ko, na-experience ko. May mga blessings ako nasulat na hindi ko naman pinag-pray.
Yes.
Hindi ko pinag-pray pero binibigay ni Lord because, yun, He proves that He is a God who knows what we need, no, even before we ask. Ganyan po, kakaiba si Lord, no? Okay. Dun sa yung prayer time, scripture time, yan ba yung parang pinaka nag-mold sa iyo ngayon?
Yes, I would say yun talaga yung nag-change ng perspective. It really helped me change my perspective on things. It deepened my relationship with the Lord. So, it starts from there. After you establish a prayer time, like a deep and consistent one, the rest will follow. Kumbaga, like how parang your disposition, the way you relate with other people, the way you go through challenges, it all depends on how good your prayer time is.
Tin, thank you, no. Ako at this point, Pao, no, I'm led to ask si Tin, like, of course, nag-grow siya personally sa kanyang relasyon sa Panginoon, kanyang faith, nagiging strong, but to be able to put it out there, no, especially ang bawa sa school, no, to live out a particular way of life, to be an active Christian, medyo may mga challenges din yan, no? Meron ka ba, Tin, na pwedeng i-share about that? Anong experience mo in putting your faith out there?
It was very hard at first, especially when I went through college na. Siyempre sa UP, that's not talked about ever. Like prayer time or God, hindi talaga yan. Very liberal in UP, and yeah, people just expect you to parang kanya-kanyang belief yan. So it was hard for me to share it, to look for people who will understand or who share the same beliefs or feelings, ganyan. So, but that's why CYA was very helpful because I had that avenue. Pero bringing my own blockmates or classmates to CYA or share with them about the Lord, that was hard also kasi yun nga, they don't believe, some of them don't believe in it. Yun, so that was difficult for me. But for me personally, na-test din yung prayer time ko, like the consistency of it.
Mm.
When I got really busy with school at one point, like because before I really wanted to be excellent kasi like best grades,
Yes.
study hard, parang dapat perfect lagi.
Yeah.
So, syempre that demands a lot of time and studying. So, I got caught up in all that, in all the academics. So, at one point na wala yung prayer time actually. Like di ko na siya napaprioritize, parang mas urgent yung exam, so mag-aaral muna ako. And I totally forgot to pray na. Ayun. So, yun yung
It happens, ano?
It happens a lot.
Some
Kasi
people
factors
call that the mid-dry season.
Ministry of the night.
Or meron akong desert experience.
Yes.
So, dumaan ka din pala sa ganun.
That was early on in my college years.
Paano ka nakabawi?
CYA helped me.
Okay.
Go
Kwento
back.
mo.
So there was a time na I wasn't really, yun nga, serious in praying, or I wasn't praying, parang puro aral na lang. But then I was feeling like, yung aral ng aral, pero nothing was coming out. Parang no fruit. Yung study na study, pero di pa rin satisfied, pagod pa rin lagi. Yun. So, that was hard. But then, I went, CYA, like my brothers and sisters who really, drag me naman, pulled me to attend CYA, like, and really helped me through it. So, I would attend our prayer meetings, our events. Tapos, yun, dun lang din ako, the Lord speaks to me there. So, I would go back and try to start. Tapos, dun ko na-realize, eventually, after a while, na what was lacking was prayer time. So, that's why I wasn't bearing any fruit in my studies. Or that's why I always felt like hindi pa rin enough yung pag-aral. Because I wasn't praying, or I was relying again on myself.
Okay.
So, yun. So, I got back to it and then, okay na.
Yan.
Galing.
Ibang klase si Lord, no?
Oo, talagang He can actually use a challenge to remind us that, hey, you can come back.
Yes.
At i-highlight ko lang doon sa shinare ni Tin
Sige.
yung na-recognize niya na yung prayer time, yung lack of prayer time, yung nagdudulot ng ganong heaviness sa buhay niya, sa spirit niya. And I think it's also true yung sinasabi natin when we have the CLS or
Yes.
Choices Seminar, that yung prayer is your lifeline to God. No? Parang
Yes.
kung sa baby, yan yung umbilical cord.
Yes.
No? That it gives you life, yung connection mo to God. And if you cut it, you cut prematurely the umbilical cord, the baby would die.
Yes.
No? Ganun din po sa atin with our faith in the Lord. When we cut our prayer time, we would die, maybe not physically, but we die a moral and spiritual death. No? I think dun sa shinare ni Tin na ang bigat na nararamdaman niya, medyo applicable yon at na buti na lang na target niya, nakita niya, it's the lack of prayer time. So you went back.
I went back.
And
then,
because of the support then of the brothers and
Yes.
sisters. No, grabe talaga. Dapat pinapalakpakan natin yung mga brothers and sisters na hindi tayo binibitawan, ano?
definitely.
Salamat, no? Ako din, I have my own stories about that. And really, brothers and sisters, community is key, no?
Yes.
You can't grow alone as a Christian, let alone to put your faith boldly out there. Yan. Sige, let's move from putting your faith out there to your experience naman of community. So before sabi mo, dinadala ka lang ng parents mo to the gatherings. Ikwento mo sa amin yung time when nagbabago na siya into I'm going here because I want to. Yan, yung transformation na yon. How was it like?
I think it started because nga I understood more God's love for me.
Okay.
So then after really discovering that, I made a commitment to myself. A commitment to the Lord na I will decide to go, to love Him also and follow Him. And I realized na community or ligaya was a way or the best way for me to express my love to the Lord and to the best way I can follow Him. So
Ano bang meron
lang
sa
yun.
ano bang meron sa community that you say ito yung best way for me to express yung pagmamahal ko sa Panginoon?
Kasi meron like our gatherings would be every month, and yun, parang it's an avenue for me to worship,
Okay.
hear other brothers and sisters, build relationships with them. So, parang dun ko na apply or na-express ko yung love ko for the Lord. Yun, and also attending our courses.
Okay.
As
may mga
a
courses
UD.
pala.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that helped me learn more about the Lord and be more grateful and understand more why community is the way it is. So, yun, parang it was just I've always liked attending naman kasi ligaya kasi nga friends are there,
Yes.
which I've built very, very good friendships in community. So,
Galing.
I always enjoyed. But then, now lang, it's like a deeper understanding of it. Yun. So, I'm more aware. Kumbaga. Yeah.
Ano yung course na tinake mo recently nga?
Foundation course 2.
Foundation course 2. Ano yata yun yung it's about your relationships.
Yes.
Yeah. What has that taught you? Is there a significant parang word of wisdom or discovery na napulot mo from that course?
Yeah, like for a few months, yung courses na, yung FC2 or Foundation Course 2, hiwalay yung men and women.
Yes.
So there are courses na just women. So I really like that. I actually really appreciate that na just learning about how women are and how the Lord designed women to be.
Okay.
So I learned a lot about parang my identity as a Christian woman in
Galing.
particular. So yun, maraming mga wisdom or parang teaching there. But then my reflection on it was just about myself, like parang how to be a Christian woman.
Was there parang significant decision that or choice that you have made after hearing the FC2?
I think ano lang po, parang growing in certain virtues or qualities that were taught ng FC na parang women to be more growing in love, in gentleness, patience, yung mga ganong types of things. Like when I heard it, I was like, kulang ako dyan. I would like to grow there. Yun lang.
And I believe nagagamit po din to even as a student now and a student leader as well.
Yes.
Can you cite some events, anak?
Yeah, in my service in CYA, it's a lot of people, relating with people.
Okay.
Parang before kasi sanay ako sa mga practical work.
Okay.
Like, do this, plan this, food, logistics, ganyan. Parang
yeah.
ganun lang siya. But then,
Food.
as you grow into food. Kailangan mo
Food,
ganun,
importante.
or
Food.
budget, yon. So,
Practicals.
the practical side. But eventually, you're given more service na parang relating with people talaga and how to deal with other people and how to help them grow in journey with the Lord.
Right.
So that takes a lot of patience and love and gentleness, especially with girls, with sisters. So yun yung service ko in UMC includes that. Being an action group leader.
Wow.
Okay.
Ilan
And,
ang handa niya kapag action group leader?
I have 3 members.
You have 3.
But may iba-iba siya for
Oh, okay.
Yun, so parang that, and also leading other people, like leading the service council. That takes a lot of love, gentleness, patience, humility. Yan. So those things that I learned in FC2, I'm able to apply it also in CYA. And vice versa. The things I learned in CYA, I understand more through FC.
Galing. Galing. Food.
Food committee
Yun
kami niyan ni Pau eh. Oo. Volunteer kami niyan. Tin merong binabanggit na aside from if you want to grow in your Christian life, kailangan hindi ka lang yung nagre-receive, no? But you also need to give. Can you share something about that? Na-experience mo ba yon?
Yes. Very, very funny. Like, before, when I started out in college, I didn't really I wasn't interested in evangelizing my other people.
Okay.
Nahiya lang ako. Ayoko. Tapos parang I felt like it was a personal thing for me.
Okay.
Yung I don't want people to see me pray, ganun. So
Okay.
I didn't wanna invite people. So, tsaka I was okay where I was, na parang I was attending prayer meetings, receiving
Right,
everything.
right.
And I was okay na ako doon. But then, so that was during the early years of college. And then, come a time na I was in charge of an event that was evangelistic.
Oh, okay.
Tapos, so, evangelistic ako yung in charge. So, kailangan, parang napilitan akong mag-invite ng mga tao kasi kung walang tao, walang event. Like, walang pupunta, ganun. So, I really had to, parang na-force akong mag-invite talaga kahit ayoko. So, I invited some of my blockmates. And they came naman kasi sabi ko may pagkain. So, they came. Food. They came. And then, now, they're very active in CYA, which, yun. So, parang, when I saw that, nung nag-CLS sila, after just an event, parang papizza lang yun, tapos biglang nag-CLS na eventually. And now, they're even investigating community about, they're about to investigate community. Parang, iba palang fulfillment yon and joy. So, ayun. Parang, it's not really just about receiving, but then it was important pala to tell them about what you're receiving. And then now they're also receiving, and now they're also inviting. So, ayan, dumami na.
Galing, gusto ko yun, food. At saka, this time, she's the one dragging people
Ayan.
using
Yes.
food.
Noon na siya yung pinupul, no?
Yes,
Ngayon
yeah,
siya naman.
for sure.
No? That has put you out of your comfort zone, no? So, kamusta, how did you feel nung mga time na yun na, okay lang, ako na talaga yung
Yeah, ayoko talaga dati kasi wala, nahiya ako. So, ayun. But then, now nga, it's easier now for me kasi the people I invited, 3 lang sila yung na-invite ko from my class. It's easier now kasi sila na rin yung tumutulong sa akin mag-drag ng mga people. So, ayan, ang dami na namin in our block who attend CYA and who attend CLS, CGS.
Ibang klase, no?
You have more people to help you.
Oo. And I would like to honor you till dun sa it just took a little bit of courage, no?
Yes.
A little bit of courage to do this at trusting in God. Kanina meron ka shinare Pao na somehow related dito, like kailangan lang si Tin just invited these 3 people and then the 3 people sila pala yung mas makapalang mukha kaya
Sila yung mas tama yun.
in a way, no?
Yun.
Sila yung nakahatak ng mas marami. Ano nga sinasabi mo pa kanina?
I was nung nag-uusap kami ni Nadz about this, I was reminded by the Lord of the gospel. My anak, you reminded me of that young boy who was actually carrying 5 loaves and 2 fish, saying, "Lord, this is all I have. I hope this would be enough." And next thing you know, it actually fed. God used it to feed 5,000 people. So, food pa rin.
Food talaga.
Food pa rin, diba? So, thank you, anak.
Diba?
I
Just
honor
because
you,
of
anak.
that selfless sacrifice and courage of that little boy, ang daming na-bless.
Yeah.
Parang ganon.
In this way, God is actually using Tin with her 5 loaves and 2 fish in order for people to be reminded, to be dragged to meet the Lord, and God Himself will perform that miracle that we want.
Ano mabibigay mo Tin na tip dun sa mga part na sila ng service team, pero ano mo yung nag-hesitate sila na to do another thing, no? Or to go out of their comfort zone in terms of service?
Feeling ko same lang din with my advice on prayer time. Just start. Parang try lang talaga. And at first, you'll experience a lot of rejection. Like, ayoko. Or parang mag-yes sila. Sige, punta ako, tas biglang last minute back out. Marami talagang ganun. But that's normal. And what's important is you just don't stop, inviting. You just keep going lang talaga. And then, you'll realize na eventually, it's a different kind of joy seeing them give their lives to the Lord. Parang, masyashock ka rin talaga. Like, oh, that's so amazing. Yeah.
Yan yung based sa experience talaga ni Tin, ano?
Napaka-tangible. Sobrang tangible.
Tin, my next question would be, so, ilang taon ka na ngayon?
21.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday niya ba?
Last week.
Last week. Happy birthday. Okay, going back, yung aking question is, So, may tinatawag tayo yung mga millennials, di ba?
Right.
Ayan, the youth.
Millennial tayo.
Oo.
Millennial na po kami dito.
Millennial dito,
Yan.
millennials, ganyan. There's a different, parang iba na no? Iba na ang culture of young people now. And ano sa tingin mo yung mga pwedeng maging challenge of young people in following the Lord? Ano bang meron ba mga distractions, meron bang challenges that young people now would face that can, keep them from making that decision or would make it hard for them to live out an active Christian life?
Yeah, I think based on what I see in at least UP Manila, a lot of the students there kasi are very, well, it's a science university, so parang a lot of them medical related. So the atmosphere is very competitive. Everybody wants to be the best, and they're very, or if not naman competition, basta gusto lang talaga nila maging excellent in everything, like academics especially. So that, like, it happened to me already, na parang you just get so caught up with the whole excellence thing, but then iba kasi talaga yung meaning niya talaga, like the true excellence. And so parang they're caught up in the excellence and working hard, and then they end up getting burned out, tired, and then they just fall out, like collapse or just give up altogether. So that's where they need the Lord kasi. I think that's one challenge of students these days. Another challenge is, like, it's hard to make people believe things nowadays. Like, you can't tell them na parang, oh, the Bible says this, you should believe it. Hindi na yun mag-work for some people. So what they need talaga are people who live it out. They need to see concrete examples of parang the gospel. Yeah, so they need witnesses. To see, for them to really parang, ganyan. Bakit parang, for example, bakit siya ang saya-saya niya, or bakit siya, like, di siya nahihirapan in school, or kahit nahihirapan siya, okay lang siya. Bakit ang saya sa CYA? Ano bang meron dyan sa CYA na yan? Or, what's different? Parang they need to see somebody very different, and then that's where they're gonna try to see for themselves, like, kung ano ba talaga yan. Yun, so they need witnesses. And then, there's this danger of just getting burned out without losing hope. And then that's where they need the Lord. Yan.
How about the different distractions that you think are present right now? That can
school.
keep them, let's say for example the technology.
Oh yeah, for me, I think I can see it from other people, yung distraction ng social media, like it's hard sa social media kasi ang daming kung ano-anong lumalabas dyan, and then so that makes it harder to believe harder to see the truth. So parang, that's a distraction also. But then, what I see in campus lang kasi, or in school, not so much yung distraction of social media. Although it's there, but mostly yung talaga, like the good things actually, like school. It's hard, like being academics, like it's a distraction in a way. It keeps you, sometimes it keeps you away from the Lord. Yeah.
Tin, do you have something to say about kasi everybody right now, especially the young people, going back to technology, yung kanilang mobile phones would give them a lot of different things to look at.
Yes.
Gaya mo, how do you manage it?
Ako.
Paano mo na-maintain na yung sarili mo would not be swayed by what you see in social media, o ma-challenge ang iyong faith by what you read? Paano mo yun ginagawa?
Ako, because I'm very blessed to be surrounded by good people, good set of people.
Okay.
So, it's there. Minsan, may nababasa ako na parang, ay, totoo ba to?
Yan.
But then, when you share that to somebody, they'll be like, ay, hindi. Ganito kasi yan. So, people will explain it to me, parang, ganun pala yun. So, yeah, it's a problem, it's a challenge na you'll see different things on social media, but I'm blessed to be surrounded by good people or good influences
Yeah.
to me. So it will be a different story kung wala kang ganon, like a set of I have CYA to
Yes.
call that. So and ligaya for that. So yun. Pero for other people, maybe that's a difficult parang isang basa pa lang maniniwala na sila agad
Right.
na.
Discernment.
Yeah, na parang ay totoo pala to, which is wrong naman.
Oh, so dapat meron silang kinakonsult,
Oo.
someone who's mature also.
Exactly.
Hindi na
I'm
lang
blessed
yung
with
bastang tinitake in kung ano yung mga
Yeah.
nakikita.
Yes.
Yan. Okay, tuloy-tuloy pa rin po yung discussion natin, but for now, magbe-break lang po kami sa sandali. Magbabalik po ang Kakaiba Ka.
Inuman ng kasama.
Mga isyung napapanahon. Mga katanungan ng taong bayan. Hihimayin para malaman ng sambayanan ang katotohanan. Banner Story. Komentaryong diretso, patas at walang pinapanigan. Banner Story. Jake Maderazo. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 6 hanggang alas 9 ng umaga. Inquirer 990 Television via Digital TV. Banner Story. Lunes hanggang Biyernes, simula alas 10 ng gabi.
May karamay, kachikahan at kakwentuhan ka na sa iyong kabiguan at tagumpay sa buhay at pag-ibig. Siya ang ate ng bayan, Racy Amado, sa Dear Ate Racy, dito sa Radyo Inquirer 990.
Pagkatapos ng almusal, ano man ang iyong ginagawa, pakinggan ang mga kwelang usapan at magaan na palitan ng opinyon. Good Morning Inquirer! Para sa makabuluhang pag-aanalisa sa mga issue, kontrobersya at mga balita, samahan sina Den Macaranas at Ira Panganiban sa Good Morning Inquirer! Mondays to Fridays, 9 to 10:30 in the morning sa DZIQ 990 at sa DZIQ 990 Digibox TV.
Ito balita ko. Ellen Darden nawagan sa kanyang mga basher. Wag daw kayo tumambay sa kanyang Instagram kung baga hindi para ito kang
Mahinhindi!
Wala na ba mula sa kagandahan ni Bebrualing ng sensya kaya pa
Pakinggan at panoorin tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa programang Banner Story. Dito sa Radyo Inquirer 990 at Inquirer 990 Television.
Thank you very much.
At kasama pa rin po natin ang ating special guest from the Central University District, si Sis Tin Yu. Hello. Kanina pa, no? Medyo na-discuss natin that kakaiba na yung culture ngayon.
Mhm.
Especially the millennials, they face a whole new set of distractions, set of challenges that can keep them from growing in their faith. No?
Right.
Yung iba doon na-experience ni Tin herself. But, you know what I realized as she was sharing is, itong mga to, hindi naman sila totally bago. It's just in a different form, like the distractions, the technology. Meron lang mga bagong means, but the distractions are the same. So, parang yan yung narinig kong preaching before. I think it was Rick Warren, if I'm not mistaken, that ilan lang naman yung bala ng kalaban sa atin. And he's just using it time and time again. Iba-iba lang ng means, pero wala naman siyang bago.
Okay.
Wala naman siyang bago. So, since wala naman siyang bago, hindi pa rin siya nananalo. No? Parang gano'n. When we stick to Christ and His Word, we'll be able to overcome yung mga challenges na yan. Okay. And buti na lang, no, we have community to support us. Now, Pao, you're saying something about the community.
Ngayon, I want her and I want anak, I want you to share more about now that na-share mo na that you're active with Christ Youth in Action. You are are there other services that you're now doing now with Ligaya?
Now, currently, pa konti-konti lang po kasi yung mga services na
Okay
that
lang.
are given to me. So, no. Parang hindi, not in terms of service, not big services. But yes,
The
times
small ones, anak.
I'm asked to do stuff like organize district gatherings,
Yan.
sometimes with other brothers and
Sige.
sisters.
Hindi maliit yan.
Hindi maliit yan.
Just to plan.
Iba pala yung ano ni Tin ng
Maliit.
na maliit.
Kaya,
Kasi
wala
bigyan
bang
mo ako
rule
niyan,
or-
malaki yan.
Yeah. Ano pa ba?
That's good.
That's
Or
Sige,
minsan
anak,
yung
can you-
mag-organize ng game for something.
That I
or-
can do, but organize a district gathering.
May kasama naman.
Ayan.
Can you expound more on that, anak? How do you act? Ano bang ginagawa sa isang district gathering?
Well, it's like a prayer meeting. So parang there's, would start with mass, and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll have time of worship, and then there'd be an input or a talk, and then we'd share with our women's group or men's group. Yan. Yan lang.
Na-mention mo kanina yung women's group, men's group. Do you actually have someone who's guiding you?
Oh yes,
Uh-huh.
our leader or our pastoral leader.
You have a pastoral leader. So,
Yes.
magkaiba ba yung pastoral leader for males and females?
Yes,
or
iba
pareho
siya.
lang?
Iba, I mean, same yung concept ng pastor leader, but in my group, it's a women's group. Our leader is a woman, yeah, tapos men for
An elderly wiser
Yes,
woman.
yes.
Yes. Gusto mong
My-
pangalanan siya?
My PL is Ate Jeng Kitain.
Yo, Jeng!
Okay.
Hello, Ate Jeng.
Hi, Jeng.
The wonderful wife of Brother Bobby.
Brother Bobby.
Okay.
Uy, binabati na yung lahat ng kasama namin sa service team ng Kakaiba
Yes.
ka, no? All of the hosts there, some of them are serving
Yes.
sa ibang mga avenues, some of them are spending time with their families. We wanna greet you. Gusto ko din batiin pala yung mga kasama ko sa Video Network Bank. Sina Tantan, si Romelyn, si MJ, at si Eugene. Lahat yan, marami sila.
Ako, babati na rin ako.
Bumati ka na
Batiin
rin.
ko na rin, total na-mention mo yung service. Belated happy birthday, Brother Tonton Hamias.
Uy, kasama din natin
kasama
yan
natin yan dito.
Oo.
Since binati mo na rin, I'd like to say hi as well to my team at AXA Philippines. Diyan sa may Commonwealth. Yun lang naman.
Ayan. Okay. Going back, no, sabi ni Tin, she started, she's a community kid.
person.
Ganyan. So, sa hinahaba-haba ng journey mo in community, meron ka ba mga mapipinpoint na most memorable mong wedding retreat or moments, prayer meetings in community that you really treasure?
Dami.
Ang haba
Iba.
na. Dami.
Dami. When I was young, siguro the camps
Camps.
were very important.
Mhm.
Kasi
Bakit?
it
Bakit
was
yan?
a way to make friends. And yung friends kasi yung excited ka makita in gatherings. So
Right.
it helps me like really want to attend.
Uh-huh.
And that's my first parang few times na I'm really learning about myself, like what I can do, what I can't do. parang building of confidence din yon in a way, like how to talk, parang learning how to talk to people, play with people. So
On your own, no? On
yeah,
your
yeah,
own.
on my own. And like parang even yung practical stuff na being away from home for a few days.
Naku, yung mga magulang, takot na takot niyan.
Pero yung bata,
pero masaya yon, like learning how to do all of that. So
Yes.
camps would be one, a
Okay,
milestone.
Galing.
Pero pagdating ko like in YA, which is high school, mission trips naman yung I would say yung mga very impactful. Kasi ano yun, parang
Yan.
Ano
I
yung
want to-
mission trips na yan? Pag sinabing mission trip, nadidinig ko yan madalas. What do
So-
you do?
And what does YA stands for, anak?
So YA is young adults. It's a
Okay.
youth program of the community for high school.
Okay.
High school program. So one of the things that we do there are mission trips. So
Okay.
we would go as a group to different parts of the country.
Oh.
Like the ones my batch went to were in Ormoc and
Oh.
I've been to Tacloban.
Leyte.
Then Leyte. So yun, tapos what we would do there was parang organize retreats for other communities in those places.
Okay.
So parang the retreats that we've experienced before,
Aha.
parang kami naman yung maggagawa or mag-execute nung retreat.
Nang ilan days yan, anak?
About a week also, like
Wow,
5
tagal
days.
din nun, ha?
Tagal din, sa
Or
linggo.
4 to
May
5
baon ba
days.
kayo niyan?
Pagkain.
May pagkain din.
Okay.
May pagkain. Evangelistic kasi.
Yeah, masaya talaga yun. Like, those were, tsaka parang building, naging mas ka-close ko din talaga yung some friends there. Yeah, and that taught me a lot about service. And then, now, I'm in CYA, marami, like, also World Youth Day 2016 happened.
Wow, nandun ka.
I was there.
St. Francis, okay.
Because I was also Kairos, parang the Dale conference was...
Ano yun? Can you expound
So, ano
more?
yan?
The World
Kairos.
Youth Day was in, parang, besides the World Youth Day where we go to Poland to hear Pope Francis and see
Okay.
Pope Francis. Before that, there was a conference of different communities in
Okay.
so called the Dale Conference.
Dale.
So I think it was a Kairos but I'm not so sure anymore. Basta it was a conference of different countries.
Puro
different
young
communities.
people ba to?
Young people from all over the world.
Wow.
Saan ito ginawa, anak?
Poland pa din.
Poland.
Yeah. So that was great. Like my realization there actually was yung kasi the Christianity is a minority in a lot of the countries there. Like I'm not sure yung mga basta may mga countries na it's not allowed to express your Christian faith, but they do. And parang ako
Wow.
nagulat din ako doon. Like I was like, wow, that's amazing. So yun, that was one. Now in UD, yung Kairos Malaysia was one. Very important. My households are important
Okay.
for me. Memorable. Yun,
Yeah.
I think yun muna.
Ibang klase.
Oo,
Na,
no, for naaalala mo pa ng kabataan natin, pa wala naman tayong ganyan,
mission
diba?
trip parang sa kabilang kanto lang yan.
Oo, diba? Mga kapitbahay ka lang. Maglalaro ng Black 1, 2, 3,
Pero iba to tingnan mo yung mga realization ni Tin during those mission trips. Ibang klase din yung kung ano yung na-form sa'yo, no?
Right.
Yeah.
Pag ikaw ba nagsa-serve sa mission trip, ano usually mong ginagawa? Saan ka naka-in charge?
Nga ba- I remember being a discussion group leader
Discussion
would be one
Okay.
for sure.
Okay.
Tapos depende na rin on your strength. Some people, like ako ba, ano bang na-assign sa akin before? I think it was like admin
Okay.
work, like registration, all of that. Tapos,
Okay.
yun. Mostly discussion group leader, that's what I remember.
Anong ginagawa ng isang discussion group leader para sa mga first-timers na
so-
nadinig yung salitang yan?
Yeah, so we execute a retreat.
Okay.
Diba? So, syempre after a talk or after we do something, we'd form groups and then we'd share with one another. So,
Okay.
my role lang as a discussion group leader is to just facilitate the discussion, make sure everybody gets to share.
Okay.
And then, some retreats will require like us praying over them.
Oh, okay.
Yun. And then, but other than that, it's just like also just building relationships with them.
Galing.
Yan. So, itong mga ginagawa mo, itong mga service, mga mission trip, meron siyang effect sa'yo in terms of your personality. Ganyan. Pero, meron bang specific, like, it had an impact in your faith?
Ooh.
Did
Like-
something change? Like, for example, as a discussion group leader, hearing stories from these
Oh, yeah.
people or
For
seeing
sure.
people from other countries, how has that changed or affected your faith in the Lord?
It definitely did. Like for being a discussion group leader, like hearing people's stories and yeah, whether you relate or not, it's just you see the Lord at work in their lives. That's very amazing. Also for yung mga with other countries, that's like a bigger scale events like Kairos and World Youth Day.
Okay.
Yeah, that yung mga where Christianity is a minority in their country, but they express their faith very freely and even more openly than I did at the time. Parang
okay.
mas ano pa yung prayer time nila, mas grabe sila mag-worship kesa sa akin. Tapos in the Philippines, we're very free to express. I even have community for that, but I don't do it. Sila walang opportunities, but they really desire for opportunities. So parang na-realize ko lang na I'm so privileged here. I have all the opportunities, but I don't take it. So I was just led to parang, you should be more appreciative of community and take your opportunities to express because not everybody gets to do it.
Oo nga,
Galing, no? Para sa isang bata, teenager, a growing woman, a lady, young lady, na namumulat sa ganito, na
Yes.
I can do
Lot of-
this, na pwede ko pa silang gayahin. And I can share my faith. Doon natin nare-realize sa mga taong wala. Meron ako at dapat ko tong ipagpasalamat.
Yeah.
Galing.
Another question.
Sige, bro.
Medyo may pagka-personal to Tin na question. Most of the young people today, they seek for that thing that will fill their heart. No? Maybe relationships, mga ganyan.
Gadgets.
How about you? I think you also go through that stage na you're looking for something or someone in your life. Mayroon bang what keeps you like solid na hindi ito muna ang aking priorities, hindi muna yan, because other people would go to like relationships muna, ganyan. But do you have a different thing, a resolve na on how you prioritize at this point in your life?
I think I was taught well by other people, like my elders, my family, from CYA, UD, my leaders there. And even my fellow friends. I learn a lot from my friends, actually. Like, parang we just feed each other's knowledge then and we learn from each other. So, wala. Parang I'm surrounded by good people kasi so, parang na-influence ako in a very, like, good way to learn how to prioritize things. And through the events that I go to, the opportunities that I take, I really realized to prioritize the Lord first, like above all things. Kasi nga, it flows from there. Like, yun. Parang, really, the number one thing should be the Lord. Yeah. So, the things that will keep me far from that is not a priority.
Bottom line. Bro, ang ganda na talaga napapalibutan siya, napapagiran siya ng mga mababait na tao.
I think that's the main for me. Like I'm really surrounded by good people. So I'm protected from yung mga distractions.
Galing.
Oo, no. Sana the young people who are listening right now would also have that thinking, no? Na I should put the Lord first. And then see that Christ is enough.
Yes.
If you're looking for satisfaction or happiness, fulfillment in other things, you would really find that in the Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen.
He will give that to you if you only open the door of your heart to Him. Gaya ng ginawa ni Tin. Tin, mga ilang minutes na lang tayo dito, and you want to go to that point in your life. Kasi may weekend na alam mo ba yung community weekend retreat?
Yes.
Yan. Kumusta ang experience mo noon?
Oh, it was very eye-opening for me at the time. Parang I felt like kasi na going in there, alam ko na to, I know community, I've lived it all my life. But then there's a lot more to learn actually about it. How it started, why are we doing this? And it was nice to go into a retreat na iba-iba talaga yung people. Like, yeah. And seeing other people from not community, really interested to know more about it. And yun, parang I was like, ang dami palang interested in community. So yun, that was my main realization. It was good. It was very eye-opening. Yeah.
Balita ko, meron kayong ginawang decision or commitment. Ano na ang tawag doon?
Underway.
Oo.
Yun
Ano
ba?
yun? Ano yung underway?
Underway.
For those who are listening na not part of community, not part of Ligaya, ano ba yung underway?
Commitment.
Underway commitment.
Yeah,
Oh,
underway
commitment.
I made my underway commitment just recently. It was after finishing foundation course 1 and 2.
Okay.
So, it's the commitment just to to investigate more or to want to learn more about community. It's not naman final yet na sure na
Okay.
parang this is what I want. It's just your initial step na saying I will want to learn more or I will try it some more. Yan, so I went through that just
Galing,
recently.
no?
Oo, ito, sarili mo ng decision.
Yeah.
How does that feel? Na ito, ano ko na talaga to, decision ko na
Oo,
talaga.
sa akin na
Not
to.
my parents or
Oo.
not my other people.
I'm not being
Yeah.
bragged.
How does that make you feel?
Good. It makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. Like, parang I have the decision. Parang it's my choice.
Yes.
And it will, so parang, it's good because nobody's telling me what to do, what to think.
Right.
So I get to think about it by myself. And I get more convicted of it na parang, this is good for me. This is what I want.
Galing. It's part of her adulting.
Oo. Tama. Hashtag adulting.
Yeah.
Speaking of adulting,
Yes, bro.
then ano bang, what are you now looking forward to, let's say, in terms of your relationship with the Lord? Are there other things that you wish to do for God now that you have made that solid decision right now? Recently, na to live more for Him. What are you looking forward to?
Everything. Like, I think parang I'm more excited about things nga because I'm excited to see how the Lord will show Himself to me in little things. Like, kahit going to school gets exciting because nga
Wow.
CYA,
Oh, galing, no?
CYA is there. I'm excited for a lot of things. Like, a lot of things in CYA are happening. My friends are, the people that I've invited, a lot of things are happening to them. Like, for example, the 3 people I initially invited, they're investigating community. So
Okay.
that's exciting. Some other blockmates are about to, hopefully they make the CYA commitment
Okay.
to CYA during our anniversary. So that's also exciting. We have mission trips in CYA planned out. That's exciting. For me, well, those things excite me. So parang yun. Everything is pretty much exciting. Christian life is exciting.
Ayun,
I
nadidig
love
natin
that word. Christian
kitin yan,
life
ah.
is exciting.
Oo. You know, may mga tao dyan who say na, ay, gusto ko na rin mag-commit sa Panginoon kasi when I give my life to Him, smooth sailing na lahat. Is that true?
No. It's not. It's not
What
true
can you say
that
about
it's
that?
smooth sailing, but it's not true that it's smooth sailing, but you sail through it more smoothly parang because you're more at peace or you're just more confident that you can do it. But it doesn't mean that your problems will go away. But maybe it means na you'll be able to go through your problems better or parang you'll come out of it stronger or you really realize na you're learning instead of feeling na so many bad things, I will just give up, ganon. Hindi siya ganon. But then you have the Lord with you, so it makes you parang helps you strengthen, parang it gives you strength also.
Yun, oo.
Amen.
One of the things, alam mo na, most of our guests here, the thing that makes them strong is meron silang pinanghahawakan na Bible verse or a quote, a word of wisdom na yun yung binabalik-balikan nila whenever they feel tried and tested, no? Ikaw ba meron kang mga ganon na word of
share
inspiration
some?
na you look back or itong pinanghahawakan ko, this is a promise, meron ka bang ganon?
Marami po pero recently I think what's in my mind or what I can think of right now is something Pope Francis said in one of his writings.
Mhm.
It said na, so, parang it was about holiness.
Aha.
Okay.
Like, not to be afraid of it because it's not going to, it won't take away any of your energy or your joy. Or it's not, parang, it's not, it's attainable. Yun.
Okay.
Holiness is attainable and sainthood is attainable. And parang yun he was saying, it's not gonna take away your energy or your joy, but in fact, it's gonna make you like very true to who you really are. So yun, parang that's something that I look at or look back at. Na parang not to be afraid of seeking the Lord or wanting more of the Lord. It won't make you boring. It won't make you or less joyful or whatever. But it will give you even more life.
Amazing.
Yeah, do you have like 3 things that you can give the young people out there na how can they practice like modern day holiness?
Yeah. Practical tips.
Oh,
anak.
practical tips. What do they need to do na masasabi nila, ito, this is because I want to pursue holiness as a young person. Mga
Have
3 things. Yeah.
Always have prayer time.
Have a prayer
Tama,
time.
tama.
That's one thing
Okay.
because it will flow from there.
Mhm.
Surround yourself with good people.
Surround yourself, okay.
Find people who will really help you
Mhm.
journey.
Yun, tama.
And ano pa ba? Good people.
So prayer
Yun lang.
time.
Prayer time. Surround
and,
yourself with good people. Like
good people.
Mhm.
So parang i-connecta mo yung sarili mo.
with people talaga. Like you have to find a group or a group of people or people who will really help you.
Mhm.
And live it out, I think. Like what you learn.
Yeah, maganda
In
yan.
action.
Oo.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. He's there. Faith in action.
Faith
Like
in
it can't
action
just be
talaga.
like, you're learning, but you're not giving it out. So you have to live it out
Tama,
also.
oo.
Galing.
Invite your friends. Tell your friends about it. It works that way.
Yan. So, yan po ang advice ni Tin for those young people, especially if you're searching for a more alive Christian life, no? I-try nyo po yun, yung tatlong yung tips, yung prayer, connect yourself with people, and then live it out. No? Live it out. And I think living it out becomes a little bit easier when you are with
the people.
With the
Yes,
people.
Yeah.
exactly.
And even yung prayer time.
Go to CYA.
Oh, meron ba kayo upcoming
Ayan,
activity
anak.
in
You
CYA?
may want to invite them now.
Every day. Every day. You can just go. Our prayer meetings is a good way to start
Okay.
going every Thursday. Our next big thing is the anniversary. You can also
Uy,
Kailan yun, anak?
Kailan yan?
November 24.
Uy!
Yeah.
That's a Sunday?
That's a Sunday.
Oh, November 24.
But yeah, go lang. Parang punta lang kayo. Especially if you're in the Manila area, just go and then you'll see for yourself how very life-changing it is. Yeah.
So they just need to go to the center.
You just need to go and show up.
Yeah,
And,
and ask. Okay.
and for sure, somebody will be there.
Yeah, narinig ko po si Tin. Kaya, sa radyo, kaya po ako nandito.
May
Kaya,
pagkain ba daw po?
Laging may pagkain.
sabi po ni Pawat Nadz. Tin, last question.
Yes.
Ito lagi natin tinatanong yung mga guests eh. Kung bibigyan ng title, no, ang iyong journey with the Lord or ang iyong relationship with Him, ano yung ibibigay mong title and why?
I think for me, it's really looking heavenward.
Looking heavenward.
Looking heavenward.
That's the goal eh. I realized that like we're not really we're just not made for earth. Like what life really means is going to heaven, and so everything that we do or say or think about should lead us there. That's our main destination talaga. And we can parang it's not a one time big time one single road going there. A lot of pagewang-gewang, and it's okay to walk or parang at a different pace. Like
Yeah.
you can go at your own pace, like slow running. Basta we don't stop at it. Yeah, we just keep going, and dapat our vision is clear. Our goal is clear na we want to, our main destination is really being in heaven.
Amen.
Yeah, yun lang.
Yun.
Galing.
So that's our special guest for today from the
Thank you.
Central University District, Tin Yu. At kung kayo naman po ay na-inspire ng aming episode for today. You can find us in Facebook. Search for Kakaiba Ka. Yan. Kakaiba Ka.
Nakikita nyo na po.
Ayan, Kakaiba Ka. And then, i-like nyo po yung aming Facebook page where you can also view yung mga past episodes and be inspired as well. For those of you na gusto nga mag-connect with a group or a community, we suggest that you also visit like yan yung CYA www.christyouthinAction.com, no? I-ano nyo po yan, i-search nyo. And for the young professionals, that's Lingkod ng Panginoon, www.lingkod.org. I-type nyo po yan sa inyong browser or i-search nyo sa Google, and then you will find there ano yung mga branches na malapit sa inyo at ano yung mga activities nila. And of course, yung pathways, no? Yung ating pathways, you can search for us in Facebook and also in Google para makita nyo saan ba may pathway site na malapit sa inyo. Yun lang naman, no? You just really connect yourself with people, and we are pretty much here and available in really many areas. At kung gusto mong magdesisyon talaga to live out an active Christian life, the grace is there.
Amen.
The grace is there. So again, this program, we're now signing off. This program is brought to you by Pathways Ministries of Anligayan ng Panginoon Catholic Community. Join us again, no? Next Sunday 4 to 5:30 p.m. here sa Radyo Inquirer 990, and allow us to help you, be inspired in undertaking that personal relationship with the Lord. This has been your host, Nadz, Gawat,
And Pao Antonio.
And we are wishing you a blessed week. This is Kakaiba Ka, where
Change lives. Change lives.
Paalam po. God bless
Good
everyone.
afternoon. Have a good
everyone.
week. Good luck sa mag-exams.
Ito balita ko. Kaya Darden nawagan sa kanyang mga basher. Wag daw kayo tumambay sa kanyang Instagram kung ayaw niyong ma-stress. Kaya isa pang pinag-uusapang lalaki. Wag na daw kayong magtaka kung mag-e-end agad yung kanyang teleserye.
Mga nakakalokang balita, chismis, at mga latest chika sa mundo ng entertainment. Hatid ng Diyosa ng Kagandahan.
Ang inaabagan hindi para ito kang
Mahinhindi.
Wala na mabula sa kagandahan. Di may pruwaling ng sensya. Kaya pasensya na. Mahinhindi for long. But not for sure, mama.
Pakinggan at panoorin tuwing Lunes hanggang Biyernes sa programang Banner Story. Dito sa Radyo Inquirer 990 at Inquirer 990 Television.
Thank you very much.
Hello, ako po si John Polar Wilson. Ako ay isang leukemia warrior.
Na-diagnose po siya, 4 years old po siya. That was last year po, March 1, 2018. Hindi ko alam kung saan ako mag-uumpisa, parang ganun. Pero pinanghawakan ko pa rin yung faith kay God. Sabi ko, hindi niya ako bibigyan ng problema na hindi ko kakayanin. Nandun yung fear ko sa loob, pero hindi ko sinasabi. Nagkakilala sila ni Senator Bong. Nag-celebrate si Senator doon. Nag-donate sila sa PCMC. Actually, hindi ko kilala si Sir Bong noon. Pero sabi nila yun, galing daw sa Office of the President. Sabi ko kay Sir Bong, sorry po. Pero talaga, ang tingin ko talaga sa mga politiko dati, mangangako lang. Tapos after nun, wala lang. Pero simula nung nakilala ko po kayo, nagbago talaga totally. Isipin mo, isang senator, di ba? Tapos isang tumutulong sa mga tao.
Kamusta na daw ako? Tas okay lang po ako. Sabi ko po.
Thank you po, Sir Bong, sa binibigay niyo po na happiness kay John Paul, saka sa lahat-lahat po ng tulong niyo. Kung hindi po dahil sa inyo, hindi pa rin po namin siguro alam kung saan po kukuha ng pagpagamot sa kanya.
Sir Bong, sana po marami pa tayong tao na matulungan at mga bata.
Panoorin ang mga kwento ng mga tinutulungan at natulungan na ng mga malasakit centers sa buong Pilipinas sa programang Go Malasaki. Tuwing Huwebes, alas 6 hanggang alas 7 ng gabi. Dito sa Inquirer 990 Television at sa Facebook Live ng Inquirer.net. Go Malasaki.